Alrighty, guys, this is part two. I guarantee you, Rabbit's excited. Holy shit, Ivan, you're considering me? Yes, I am. If I make the game, if I choose to start the game division, if I don't, I will not hire Rabbit, obviously. But there's a high chance I will make Zanis into a game and my other game. More money for me, VJ. We'll make our billions, obviously, right? But Rabbit, because he's greedy, he might try and ask for pieces of roles. I'm like, Rad, I'm not going to give you a piece of roles. You're not worth it. You're not a Hollywood actor. Yeah, you're a big YouTuber, but you're YouTube celebrity, but you're not as big as these Hollywood actors, Rad. I'm not going to give you a piece of the royalties. You're fucking crazy. You could if you want to. I don't know. You can give him a nice like $100,000 of royalties if you want. You can give Rabbit a nice small tiny piece like 100K if you want, a flat 100K if you want for the game if you want. But I'm not going to do that. Pay him his flat 640,000. It's a good paycheck for him. All you have to do is just do a walkthrough for 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put money into the best best recording game software in the business, and you have you have a little office for Rabbit, and that's where he does his walkthroughs. He does his walkthroughs, obviously. And once he does his walkthrough, he got his check. He can go home, spend time with his family, and he can do his YouTube thing for a couple more years. And I'll call him again for the Matrix 1 game. He does a walkthrough for that. And a couple years later, you call him again for Matrix 2. The Matrix 2 game walkthrough, and you call him for Matrix 3. You know what I'm saying? And you can have him do the Spider-Man Morales walkthroughs if you want to. And then once he hits like I don't know 6 years old, I'll retire him. Like, hey, Rabbi, you're done. Like, I'm not gonna hire you anymore. So you can save him for a good like 10, 15 years. Partly save him, right? Because he's not gonna be saved like the 17. But like, if he does my walkthroughs, he'll be saved. Obviously, he'll be what? You know what I'm saying? I can do parties with him too. You know what I'm saying? So if what I'll do is I'll fly Rabbit. I'm sidetracking. What I'll do is if I'm interested, if I do start the game division, I'll fly Rabbit on my private jet to Vancouver. Well, I'll take him out to a nice dinner, obviously. And me and VJ, I'm going to discuss the deal. Okay, Rabbit, I want you to do walkthroughs for my games. For all your games, Ivan? Yeah, all your games. He's all happy, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he's like, oh, okay, Ivan, how much if you want me to do this, Ivan, you got to pay me a lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a lot of money off my YouTube channel. Like, you need to pay. Okay, Brad, I'll pay you a $40,000 signing bonus. Is that good enough? Well, that's good enough. Yeah, and I'll pay you 600K. 600K. A $600,000 check. Obviously, the money gets wired. The money will get wired into your account within the next couple of days. You get your full $640,000 check. Is that a good deal? All right, that's a good deal. If he's greedy and he wants like $1 million, I'm like, Brad, I'm not gonna pay you $1 million. You're getting greedy. You're not a Hollywood celebrity, Brad. You rip me off. I'm not gonna pay you that because he's greedy. He might try and push for maybe 900K. I'm like, Rad, I'm not gonna pay you 900K. You're fucking crazy, man. I'm not gonna pay you 900K for a walkthrough. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm already overpaying you. As realistically speaking, I should pay you like 40, 50, 100K for this, man. And I'm paying because I'm generous and I'm so rich. Obviously, you know, I'm willing to pay you a nice $6,000. It's a good paycheck, Rabbi. You're being greedy. Some Sarah. And once take him out to dinner, and I'll have him in my office. If he agrees to the deal, which he will, obviously, I'll sign him to contract, and I'll have him pirate up my condo or my yacht. You and VJ and your 7 team can have a party. You can have your 7 team have a party with Rabrad, and he gets drunk. And I'm saying you fly him back on your. I heard he doesn't drink though. I don't know. I'm like, Rabrad, do you drink? Okay. If you don't drink, then you will not be able to party out. But you can be a part of the party if you want. I can have Coke for you, Coke soft drinks for you. You know what I'm saying? For the party, I can have cigars. You know what I'm saying? You have a party Rabbit in your condo and you have a nice cigar and you give him a good experience, obviously. And he's happy, you fly him back home, and then whenever the game is getting developed, you can fly Rabrad to Vancouver, have him meet with the game developers, obviously, and you can have him play a little bit of the Zanus game. That way he gets a feel of the game and he's ready, he's prepped for the walkthrough. Ivan, are you going to do it live? No, I'm not going to do live walkthroughs. No. You have Radbat record the first part for an hour and a half, and then the people upload it, obviously. They upload it on. I heard Rabbit edits his own videos. I'm like, hey, Rabbit, do you prefer someone else edits your video, or do you want to edit yourself? Well, I'll edit myself. Yeah, if you want to edit yourself, you're more than welcome to edit yourself. Or I can hire an editor to handle all that dirty for you. All you have to do is just record and play the game, and someone will edit it for you. But if you want to edit yourself, you're more than welcome to edit yourself. But it's just more work for you. So I'll ask him, see what he prefers. See what I'm saying? But going back to the Matrix contract here, that is my deal for Warner Bros. Okay, how much you guys want? Okay, how much you guys want for the? How much money do you ask them? How? Okay, David, how much you guys want for the? How much you guys want for the what? For the Matrix? For the Matrix? For the Matrix brand? Ivan, what about $3.5 million of my guys? I'm not gonna pay $3.5 million. Yeah, but Ivan, like it's pocket. Like you make your billions off. You're gonna make your billions off your. You're gonna. Why is it such a big deal to you? You're gonna make your billions of dollars off your movie and your merch and your games. If you make games, like why are you making such a guys? It's not about that. Even though $3.5 million is pretty much nothing. I'll make the money back. It's a lot of money because movies are gonna make our tens of millions of our movie. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal for me. I'm making money back. I'm not gonna let you rip me off, and I'm not gonna let you guys just rip me off like that, man. George Lucas sold Star Wars for $4 billion, and yet Star Wars is much bigger than Matrix. The movies, all 9 movies gross what, like 12, $13 billion in the box office, man. $12 billion in the box office. It's, you know what I'm saying. Their games are all very massive hits. Their books are hits. Their merch are all hits. Star Wars, you know what I'm saying. They're what? Matrix is not Star Wars. Yeah, but Ivan, your Matrix Brown will be bigger than Star Wars. Yes, but I'm basing how much I'm gonna pay you based on your the success of the Matrix brand. Your 3 movies did 1.5 billion in the box office, and your games were not the biggest hits. Your games were not the biggest hits. I'm not gonna let you do it like that. My deal is 2 billion. I've won about 2.5. No. My final offer is $2 billion, David. If you know, I have nothing to lose, man. If you don't want, if you're getting greedy, and you don't want to see this story told, and you know what I'm saying, and you're greedy, obviously, I can terminate this deal and I'll just make my 4 movies, guys. I'll make my greatest. Ivan has nothing to lose. I put you in a pickle. Yes, I have nothing to lose. If you don't want to sell your rights, or you're greedy, obviously, I'll just make my Great Escape, very unique movie, and you guys are missing out on the $2 billion. See what I'm saying? Do not let these guys fucking dupe you, yeah, man. Oh, Ivan, it's a deal. Realistically speaking, it's only we're just being assholes. Yeah, you're being assholes. You're getting greedy. You want to take advantage of me. I'm not going to take advantage of me. $2 billion is a good deal for the Matrix brand. See what I'm saying? That's a good deal. And once I purchase the rights off the Matrix, it'll now become what, the biggest IP in the entertainment industry. It'll be just as big as Zane's, pretty much, right? I told you, the Matrix movie will even rival my Zane's movie, because it's me in the Matrix kicking ass as a one, man. It's gonna have crazy buzz, man, and it's gonna be a bit darker. I'm gonna make it 14 plus, not rated R, no, but 14 plus. So 14-year-olds and up can watch it. Even the kids can watch it. It's just 14 plus kids can watch that. It's not that scary, but rated R is hardcore. The Matrix movie I'll make for 14 plus. PG-13 is 13 and up. 14 plus is 14 up. You know what I'm saying? As the Avengers movies were PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Which is 13 and up, obviously, but like kids still watch it. You know what I'm saying? 14 plus kids can watch that. I'll ask John. John, is 14 plus fine? I mean, 14 plus is fine. It's just a little darker with more blood. Yeah, I want it to be a little darker with more blood. Hence why I want to make it 14 plus. And I want the agents to be a more. I'm gonna tell them. You know what I'm saying, yeah. So what I'll do is, for the meeting of the Matrix, I'm gonna call David Zaslav if he's still CEO. Okay, David, I want you to call the what, the Wachowski sisters agents, and have them meet us in the board meeting, and I'm gonna pitch to them my 3 movies. Okay, are you guys on board or not? If you guys are not on board, I'm not making this Matrix trilogy, guys. Oh, I have no. The only way we're on board is if you pay us a lot of money. Okay, how much money do you guys want? I'm saying, okay, guys, I'm gonna pay you a $3 million bonus for the first movie and a rich $15 million salary, and I'll give you 0.03% of the profits, which is a good like $14 million in royalties. Is that a good deal? I've won about 0.5. No, I'm not gonna pay you that. You're not worth it. The Because systems are only worth like $20 million. I'm not gonna let you do like that, man. My deal is 0.03. It's a good deal. It's like $14 million in royalties. You guys signed like your $30 million deal, 28, $30 million deal. It's a lot of money. The second movie I can pay you a $4 million bonus, and I'll pay you 17 million. In the third movie, I pay you $5 million bonus. I can pay you 20 million salary, and I'll give you 0.03. So you get your flat 0.03 for all my 3 movies. That is my deal, and you get your $250,000 royalty check, your $250K re-release, and you get your $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card. You get the perks. Is that a good deal? You get featured on the actions with me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? What about the merch? Okay, fine. I'll give you 0.01% of the merch. Because you guys are the Matrix guys, you created this brand, I can give you 0.01% of the merch. You'll make a nice $3 million, $4 million in royalties. It's a good deal. Ivan, what about 0.1? No, guys, I'm not going to pay you 0.1. You're not worth it. I'm not going to pay you, I'm not going to give you $7 million in royalties. You're not worth it, guys. You're only worth what? You're only worth like $20 million. I'm not going to do like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I could give them I could give them 0.1. Because they create the matrix, you can give them 0.1. Give them a flat 0.1. Okay, guys, for you guys, I will give you your 0.01%. I'll give you your 0.1% of the profits, and I won't reduce it to 0.07 for you guys. Because you guys create the matrix, I'll give you a nice 0.1%, which is like $16 million in royalties. Is that a good deal, guys? Ivan, that's a good deal. Pay them because it's a lot of money. That way they work harder for you. They work even harder for you than what they would do for the matrix. Because for the matrix, they didn't make that kind of money. If you pay them a lot of money, the only way you can get the Wachowski sisters to come on board is if you sell them. You sell them on your story, and you pay them a lot of money, man. Okay, I'll give you 0.01% of the merch, and I'll give you 0.1% of the profits. You'll make your nice $6 million, and I'll pay you a nice $15 million base salary and a $3 million bonus. Is that good? Is that a good deal, guys? Ivan, that's a good deal. Hollywood would never pay this kind of money. Yes, Hollywood would never pay this kind of money. I'm saying. And they're going to ask, okay, Ivan, tell me your story. What's your idea for your story? And I tell them my story. They're all shocked. Holy shit. Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a masterpiece. That sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. Yes, it sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah. It sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah, man. That sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. Yeah, they're all sold. Ivan, I'm sold. If you tell, if you, as long as you're on board and I'm working for you and you tell that story, I'm on board, Ivan. Let's make this fucking movie. Yeah, because I heard the Wachowski sisters never want to do a Matrix movie ever again. So if you want to be able to, if you want to get them to do the movie, you have to offer them a lot of money, and you need to what? Offer them a lot of money, and offer them a lot of money. Offer them a lot of money. Give them a nice 0.1% of the profits. Or you keep them happy, so Sarah. Offer them a lot of money, obviously. But I'm not going any higher than 0.1. They get their flat 0.1 for the 3 movies. I'm not giving them any more. I'm not going to raise the 0.2, guys. You're not worth it, man. 0.1's enough for the 3 movies. You're going to make a nice $56 million for yourself in royalties. And I'll pay you a nice $50 million base salary and a $3 million sign. That way they work really hard for you. And I'll give you 0.01% of the merch. That way they work hard for you. So give me a sec, guys. I made some food. I'm going to go get some food, and I'll be back in a good, 2 minutes. Don't hate me. Skip the video if you don't want to wait. Alrighty. Sorry for the wait. If you don't want to wait, skip the video, guys. Hear the noise, I'm eating food. Eating some nice food here, some Zaire. So yeah. That is my deal for Warner Bros. Because the Wachowski sisters are gonna ask me, they're gonna ask me, they already know they saw my videos. They're gonna ask, okay, Ivan, what's your idea? Ivan, you better have a good idea for a good story. You have a shitty idea for a story where I don't feel like doing this shitty movie, you know what I'm saying? And me and Visa, we plan out the 3 movies and we tell them our story, they're like all shocked. Holy shit. That sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. I can see the story in my mind. You're looking at an amazing story, Ivan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You're looking at an amazing story. Ivan, you think it'll be better than the Wachowski Sisters trilogy? I think it has potential to be better. I think it'll most likely be better than Revolutions and Reloaded. But the Matrix 1 movie is very tough to top. I don't think it'll be maybe not as good as that, but it'll be almost as good or just as good, Sam. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be almost as good or just as good, Sam. Yeah. And if I sign that contract, sign that deal with Warner Bros., I can take the Wachowski sisters, if they're in the room with me, I can take David Zaslav and all the execs to what? I can take them out to after we sign that deal. I can take them out to a nice dinner. I'll pay for that in my pocket. Those guys are all loaded, but because I'm king and I'm richer than them, hey guys, we signed this deal. Let's celebrate. Let's go out to a nice restaurant. I take David Zaslav and all them to a nice dinner, and we go to the bar and we get drunk. I party up with them. I party up with them, moms. You can do that with them. You can do that if you want. And Warner Bros. Will accept my deal. Because $2 billion is a lot of money, man. They know, my guys, your Matrix franchise is not looking too good right now. Your Resurrection movie flopped. Hence, the value of your brand is not looking too good right now. They'll be like, yeah, Ivan, the Matrix is better off in your hands. Yes, if the Matrix is in my hands, I'm going to what? The brand will become one of the biggest IPs in the industry. Bigger than even Star Wars. Yeah, man. It'll become more popular than Star Wars. Yeah. And we're like, holy shit, Ivan knows his shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ivan knows his business shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's basing the amount, his deal based on how much our movies did. Yes, I'm not stupid. Your 3 movies did $1.5 billion in the box office, and your games probably did maybe $40 million. Around there. The Matrix games were not hits, man. The Matrix merch is not that popular. It's pretty popular, but it's not that popular. I think your brand has a value of about $2 billion. That's a good deal. I'm paying you $500 million. How much your brand is worth, you know what I'm saying? The Matrix brand is only worth like $1.6 billion around there. The Matrix brand is probably worth a good $1.6, $1.7 million. I'm giving you $2 billion. I'm overpaying you. I'm giving you because I'm generous. I'm willing to give you $2 billion. I'm not gonna let you dupe me and have me pay you $3 billion, 2.5. You rip me off. I'm not gonna pay you $2.5 billion. And if Warner Bros. Does not agree, then I'll terminate the deal and I'll just make my 4 movies. I have nothing to lose, man. But guys, I don't even have to make this Matrix movie. I can just make my 4 movies. You'll save me $2 billion. I'm saying, so you guys, I even posted in the pickle, man. Yes, I put you in the pickles. Either you accept my deal or I make my 4 movies. Sarah? I don't know. Alright, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna ask you guys this question. What do you prefer? Do you prefer I do the Matrix trilogy or I do those 4 movies? I don't know, Ivan. Like, that's hard. The Great Escape sounds like an amazing movie, yes, but man, I'd rather see Ivan kick ass as the one than see him kick ass as a secret agent like John Wick. It's cool seeing Ivan kicking ass as the one, yes it is. You tell that story, the story of the one, the agents, yeah man. But at the same time, it's cool seeing him kicking ass as a secret agent. I think there's a 60% chance I'll make the 4 movies. 40% chance I'll buy the Matrix brand. There's a high chance I'll just make the 4 movies, guys. I'll make the Great Escape there but there's a high chance I might perhaps make the Matrix. You never know. There. If I make the Matrix game and Zane's game, I will consider hiring Rabbit to do my walkthroughs. If not, I will not call Rabbit. I will not hire Rabbit, obviously, since there. Here's the thing though, the con of me doing the Matrix trilogy is I don't want to do a Keanu Reeves element like that mentions there. Because I really want Keanu Reeves element to be in my movie. If I make that Matrix movie, they're not going to be the stars of my movies, I'm saying. But I might perhaps hire Scarlett Johansson and Ben Affleck to be in my movie. Be in my Matrix movies, I'm saying. When you have Scarlett and Ben Affleck be a part of the Nebuchadnezzar crew, you see them kicking ass and they sign a 3-movie deal. You can do that if you want. Yeah. They can be a part of your games and you give them a nice piece of the profits. A nice 0.0, like 2% of the profits you can give them for the game sales. So you can do that if you want. Whereas John Boyega and all them, for the game deal, if I do the games, I'll pay them like $1.5 million. That's good enough. The voice act, but they don't get shit off the royalties. They're not worth it. Yeah. There? Yeah. Ivan, you're really considering hiring Rabbi? Yes, I am. Only if I agree to do the game division. If I don't agree to do games, I'm not going to hire Rabbi. I won't need him. I won't need him. I won't need him. But if I do the games, I'll hire Rabbi to do all my walkthroughs. You can save him for a good like 20 years. You can have him do your Xanax movie, your 4 movies, or your Matrix games, and you can have him do the Spider-Man Miles Morales franchise. If I do the Spider-Man Miles franchise in Phase 2, and after that, you can retire him. Like once he hits like his 60s, okay, Rabbi, you're getting old. Retire. You can still do your YouTube thing if you want to. You're done. I'm saying I'll hire someone else to do walkthroughs. Or I might not do. Or I might not hire someone to do a walkthrough. I'll just play the game myself. But we'll see what happens. I think it's best if you hire a rabbi to do a walkthrough. That way, you guys get you guys get to watch my game on my website. Yeah, I'll have it featured on my website. So that you have something like YouTube, and all the parts get featured on my website. Rabbi does the walkthrough. That's the only way he can do the walkthrough. Otherwise, he won't do it on his channel because I didn't sell. So, Sarah, if you want Rabbi to agree to work for you, you got to pay him a lot of money. Pay him a nice like $40,000. A good paycheck for him. So for Robert, I'll just pay him his full, the $40,000 gets wired into his account. You don't have to pay him weekly or something like that. No, just pay him the full $40,000, and he gets the money in his account. Obviously, Rad, and he'll do the Zayas walkthrough and the Matrix game walkthrough. So you get to experience Rabbi playing the game, obviously. and I'll have a trailer for him. I'll have him be in my property working. I'll have a trailer for him to sleep, obviously, and you can feed him if you want, or you can have him pay for his own food. I mean, if you get because I pay him $64,000, you don't have to feed him. You can easily pay for his own food, but you can feed him if you want. You can give him like me and VJ can go to like Tim Hortons or something like that. We can grab some food for him if you want, for his breakfast, and then for lunch we can take Rabbit out to dinner if you want. While he's doing the walkthrough, he gets breaks. Obviously, he gets a break. Okay, today film for a couple hours, and then you can edit it yourself, or you can hire someone to edit for you, and you take him out to lunch, or he can pay for his own lunch. We'll see what happens. This is if I start the game division. If I don't, I'm not gonna hire Rabbit. I'm just gonna play the game myself. I will play the game myself, but I want to see Rabbit do a walkthrough. Obviously, you can pay Rabbit a lot of money. That way, he works hard for you. Sarah, pay him a lot of money. Obviously, he'll accept my live, and that's a good deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lot of money. I can feed my family. I can live the great life. You're gonna live the great life with this money, Rabbit. You're already making a lot of money off your YouTube channel, and this is nice money for a part-time job, Rabbit. You work for like 2-3 weeks, and you get your nice check. You go home and you live the great life with your family. Yeah. And Rabbit will get his freedom. Whereas because Rabbit has 13 million followers, he had to pay Rabbit obviously he's a dirty slave too. Obviously, as there's no way he got 13 million followers for free. No, yeah, he had to do it. Obviously, that's how it works. Rabbit met a gatekeeper, obviously, and he had to do it, and that's why the door is fully open on Rabbit's channel. Type in any game you want to watch, Rabbit's channel appears. Yes, you think that's not free, man. He has to do it, obviously. Don't hate me, Rabbit Adamson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And because he's going to do the walkthrough on my channel, the whole world's going to watch that, obviously. Some people around the world will watch. Not everyone will watch it. It's gonna boost his channel. He's going to become bigger. Yeah, I'm giving him a good deal. I'm also going to advertise your channel, Rabbit. I'm giving you a good deal. Some Sarah? And for the Matrix game, I'm going to hire the people who worked. Okay, the people who did the Unreal Engine Matrix thing, I'm going to hire those guys to do my Matrix trilogy. Hire all those developmental guys to do your Matrix trilogy. Something top notch. And you get the walkthrough of the game, and Rabbit does the whole game, yeah. Now, I'm going to make sure my games are long. Okay, I want the game to be a good, like, 12, 13 hours long. Make it a long game, guys. Don't make some quick 5-hour game, no. Make it a long, like, 12-hour game. Like something like Last of Us, a long game. A 12-hour, 15-hour game, Sarah. Yeah. And if Rabbit is hired, he'll be saved. He'll be partly saved, right? Because he's only going to be a part-time guy, but he'll be saved. And I can invite him to all my movie premieres if you want. You can invite him to your Zane's premiere. You can, if he signs that contract, you can invite Rabbit to your Zane's premiere. You can invite him to be a part of the red carpet. You invite him to your Matrix premiere. Because he's your walkthrough guy, you can have him be a part of all your parties and your premiere. Obviously, some Sarah. Yeah. If I offer him that money, he might cry. Because I'm offering $640,000 in free cash. As in this world, they're not going to pay you $600,000 in free cash. No, man. The moment you make $600K, $400K, $300K, you got to do it. Some people might make it free, but I highly doubt it, man. Once you hit $300, $400K, man, you're part of the 1%. You're rich. You probably met a gatekeeper, man. Chances are you did meet a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my deal for the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? And I will be able to convince the Wachowski sisters to direct my 3 movies. Because I'm going to pay them a lot of money. Okay, I'll give you 0.1% of the profits. You're going to make a nice $60 million in royalties. $65 million in royalties. I'm paying you a lot. If you pay them a lot of money, they're going to work harder for you. And I'll give you a nice $100,000 paycheck for the early development stages so what I'm going to do is before I officially start writing the script, a couple months prior, I'm going to have the Wachowski sisters flown to Vancouver. I'll pay for the hotel. And I'll pay for the hotel. I'm not going to pay for their fee. They can pay for their own fee. And I'll give you a $100,000 check. And we're gonna plan all the three scripts. That way you get a good movie, Sarah. That way you get a good movie. That way you get a good movie, Sarah. That way you get a good movie, Sarah. Yeah. And Rabrad, once he does my walkthrough, if he's hired, once he does my walkthrough for Zanus, he's gonna beg too. Ivan, please, man, can I do your walkthrough of your next game, Ivan? Please. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, man, like, fuck, I had a much better experience doing your walkthroughs than doing fucking all these YouTube games. I know what I'm saying, like, fuck, man, like, you know what I'm saying? You pay me a lot of money, I want to be safe, because I partied up with him, he had a good time, he wants to be safe, he's gonna beg too, Rabbit, yeah. Ivan, please, man, can you hire me for the Matrix, please, man? I'm like, yeah, don't worry, Rabbit, I'll sign you for the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? He's all happy. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. No, because he wants to be Sados. He doesn't want to be left behind. Yeah. That's been crazy, I'm saying. Yeah. But Rabbit will not be a full-time guy. But I'm paying him full-time money, right? 600K is enough to last you for years, man. For 2-3 years of your life. But Rabbit will be a part-time guy for me. Like, so he works, he does my walkthrough, and a couple years later, The Matrix 2 comes out. He does a walkthrough for that. So, okay, Rabbi, you can still do your YouTube thing. I'm more than happy to promote your channel on the website, obviously. You'll get more followers, more views, but, like, you're a part-time guy. You can do your thing, do the walkthrough for a good 2-3 weeks, and after the walkthrough's done, I fly you back home, you spend time with your family, you can do your walkthrough on YouTube. So I'm saying, you give him a good deal like that. So I'm saying, all right, what about you? Yeah, Rabbit. You're only a part-time guy. You can still do your YouTube thing on YouTube once you go home, Samsara, with your family, Samsara. You give him a good deal like that. I guarantee you, shock. Holy shit, you're considering me? Yes, I am. As Rabbit is the best game walkthrough guy on YouTube. There's nobody like Rabbit. Rabbit is the king of. If you go on Google and you type in who is the king of YouTube game walkthroughs, you see Rabbit pop up. Yeah, Rabbit is a king. There's no one better than him for the YouTube walkthrough, obviously. That's what I'm saying. PewDiePie has a bigger channel than him, but he's not as good of a walkthrough guy as Rabbit. No, don't hate PewDiePie. He's not as good as Rabbit, that's what I'm saying. All these other guys are not as good as Rabbit. They're not as good as Rabbit. Hence why I want him on board. Have him do a walkthrough for your Zanus game and your Matrix game. And you post the parts on the channel, on the website. You have the best game recording software for Rabbit to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that way you give the fans, all you guys who don't want to buy the games, you want to watch the games. But all the fans who play the games are also going to want to watch the game from a viewer perspective. You can watch Rabbit play my Matrix walkthrough or my Zanus walkthrough. Something amazing, yeah, man. Show my camera here.